Okay, here it is. Here we go. It can only end well. I'm making the right decision. I'm not gonna regret this. It's 2 hours of my life.
Once upon a time.
Oh God, oh God.
There was an old-fashioned kingdom bound by tradition.
Pray for me. Okay, I'm 3 minutes in to the Amazon Cinderella. I just want to say, right, so they got Cinderella and they're introducing her to show how, like, kind she is and how wonderful she is. She saves a caterpillar from a spider, which is great and all, and I'm sure that friggin' caterpillar is going to turn into a butterfly at the end of the movie and fly away when the credits start going up. But, like, okay, I just want to say, like, sure, you saved a caterpillar, but the spider needs to eat too. So, like, you can be like, yay, I'm nice, I saved a caterpillar, but, like, spiders need food. So you basically... Have you condemned the spider to death because you have to save every single bug it tries to eat? I don't know. I mean, if that's this movie's greatest sin, I'll be lucky. But I've seen clips and I know how this is going to go. The rats are singing Rhythm Nation. I just wanted to say that. The rats are singing Rhythm Nation. They're singing Rhythm Nation. The rats. They're like squeaking along to it. Mine never do that. Okay, here's the thing. I'll admit it. Anytime I see a rat in anything, I'm going to love it. And every time little rats pop up, I think it's super adorable. I'm only 10 minutes in, and she's singing. Cinderella's singing some like top 40 song that I don't recognize quite, but I almost do. Like kind of tip of my tongue sort of thing. And then it pans over the rats, and the rats are all like swaying. And I just keep looking over at my sweet little babies in their hammock sleeping. And it's just like, oh, I love rats. And it's like almost charming because of the rats. But everything else is lame, and I don't know if the people who made it know it's lame because they like keep making jokes, commenting on like how silly everything they're doing is, but like that doesn't absolve you from doing the silly thing. And this is maybe just my opinion because I've seen like so many Cinderella retellings in so many different ways, but I'm so sick of the wicked stepmother and step siblings thing. Like, it's just so tired, and I get that that's literally part of the story, so you kind of have to have it, but it's just like, oh my God, every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, this again. But I've noticed, like, lately in Cinderella retellings, they tend to make, like, one of the stepsisters nicer, because they did that in the Disney cartoon with the sequels, and I don't exactly know if they are doing it for a reason or just because, like, it's kind of interesting to mess with something you already know. I do like that. And the other stepsister isn't even particularly mean. I think they're going to play it so one is like a little nicer and one's just kind of a weirdo, which is fine. I mean, like, it's anything that's different from the norm is good. I'm just not. I mean, I don't even know why I put this on. I know I'm not going to like it. I just feel like I have to watch it because everyone's talking about it on Twitter. But we'll see. I love little rats. Except I think one of them is James Corden. Like, we need to stop putting him in things. Can we not find other people to be adorable little rats? Like, you can find someone to do little rat voices. I would love it. I'll be a rat. And also, these are all boy rats, and they don't have the anatomy of boy rats, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I'm talking about their balls. Also, not to be mean, but like, she makes super ugly dresses. Like, she wants to sell dresses to what's like a super poor village, which already seems kind of weird, and then just like her dresses are ugly. I just want to put out there that her dresses are ugly. The whole point of her thing is that she like makes dresses and you couldn't even make them pretty. Okay. How dare you bring Queen into this? How dare you? They aren't even trying to like lip sync properly. Like, their mouths are not lining up with the music coming out. And I understand, obviously, they recorded this music probably months ahead of time, but like, did they not even do rehearsals? Like, their mouths straight up are not mimicking the sounds. How much was this budget? The Rotten Tomatoes score is way too high. Like, the audience rating is like 79, which I find astounding because oh my God, oh, I'm 23 minutes in. There's an hour and a half left. It's past midnight. Sarah's asleep. I should be working. Instead, I'm watching this. I could be reading. I could be doing anything else. I could just be sleeping. I could be cleaning my room. But no, I put on Cinderella. I did this to myself. I had to face the consequences of my own actions. Look at his little rat feet. Look at them. Look at his little rat feet. Look at this little rat. That's her tail over there, and that's her beautiful face. Look at my beautiful baby. She's perfect. She did knock her food over, didn't she? Didn't she? So the butterfly thing's worse than I guessed. Okay. So, like, she had the caterpillar in this little, like, box thing, and it started making a cocoon, and she literally said that she had no idea what it was doing, and then, like, 20 minutes in the movie, like, 20 minutes later, a butterfly flies by, and she somehow knows that that's the caterpillar, and she's like, you did it, and it's like, how do you know that that's what happened when you expressed very clearly you had no idea what the caterpillar was doing with the cocoon? But also, the butterfly is the fairy godmother. The caterpillar that was about to get eaten by a spider is a fairy godmother. I don't know why this is happening. Do people like this movie? Do they? Okay, genuine question. So, like, Cinderella wanted to go to the ball, and the typical thing of the stepmother saying, no, you can't go. And I was under the impression it's because the stepmother didn't want Cinderella to have a chance at marrying the prince. Okay, and then, like, later on, after the ball, the stepmother finds out that Cinderella was there, and the prince chose her, and she's like, no, marry the prince, then all of our problems are solved. And it's like, but if she was okay with that option, then why didn't she let Cinderella go to the ball in the first place? Like, I don't understand. Because, like, if in her head, any of the three girls marrying the prince would get her out of, like, financial difficulty, which, like, it doesn't even look like they're in. Like, their house is nice, whatever, but why didn't she let her go? If she's fine with it, explain it to me. I just want to know. Oh my god, okay, so I'm gonna play this on mute so we don't get, like, a copyright thing again. But guys, look, I was right. I was right about the butterfly. I was right about the butterfly. There he is. There he is. There he is flying in. And then the credits. Oh, that hurts. Okay. That's physically painful for me. I just want to start by saying how much I absolutely love a Cinderella movie that ends with not only Cinderella not getting to be queen, but also not even getting married. And I'm not a person who needs, like, every romance to end with, you know, marriage and a baby and stuff. But, like, this is Cinderella. So, bold choice to take that away. I don't know why they did that. Seemed like a weird decision to me. Also, a weird decision that they're at the end, they're, like, announcing everybody, and they're like, oh, what do we call you, Ella? You know, because, like, you're not married to the prince. And she doesn't want to put a label on things, but she says in the same breath that she's in love with him. So it's like, you're saying you're in love with him, but, like, girlfriend is too much. All right, fine. But I obviously didn't like this movie. And you know what? I think I could have liked it because, like, a lot of the cast was pretty good, underutilized, because you had Minnie Driver in it, and you wasted her. People who made this. You know, I think that if this movie felt like it was trying so hard to not take itself seriously that it kind of, like, ruined the point of not taking it seriously. Ella Enchanted, I feel like, gets a really good tone for a movie that's, like, a fairy tale, so you want to uphold the fairy tale part and still make it new and fresh and fun, and definitely not take yourself too seriously. And I think if this tone had straddled the line a little better, like Ella Enchanted, I think this movie could have been fun, because, like, I loved everything with the rats except when they turned into people, because I didn't want to see James Corden. And there's other stuff I could have liked too, because, like, so the prince abdicated because she wants to own a dress shop, and apparently she can't do that if she is with him for some reason. They never said why. They never said why she couldn't be queen and make dresses and sell them. It doesn't really make sense. But then at the beginning of the movie, they set up that the little sister of the prince is smart and has all these great ideas, and she's the one who's going to rule instead of him, which is fine. But she wasn't developed at all. She only had lines every once in a while where she's like, we should use wind power instead of coal and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, I get what you're going for, but can we develop her just like a little bit? Like, and I hate to use this as an example, but it's a better example, kind of like, oh, the little sister of the prince. The little sister in like the Christmas Prince. I liked her, and they had stuff set up with her where it's like she wanted to rule, but she couldn't because she's a girl and stuff. And they never, as far as I don't know if they like ever did anything about that. Yeah, I could have liked it if it tried less hard to seem like it wasn't trying too hard. Because it's like they used words like bro and poppin' and stuff. And I like these movies made for like the youth always have the similar problem of being written by people who are old and have no idea how people talk. So like, I don't know whose choice it was to use the word poppin'. And it wasn't like ironic. I don't know, but yeah, like none of them were charming. Like the girl who played Cinderella is gorgeous. Like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. But it really distracted me when she was singing and she was doing that like weird clicky thing with her jaw. Like if you know what I mean, then you get it. I hate that. And I don't know. It's just like, I wish that the movie was like a little sillier, I think. Cause like I didn't even necessarily mind like the fairy godmother was the fabulous godmother, and it was played by a dude, and it's like, all right, whatever. But he was like barely in, and I can't really remember the fairy godmother in the cartoon. I don't know. It's just like you have all these characters, and it's a story that's been told 1,000 times. I just wish you'd be like a little more creative. All you did was give Cinderella a goal and then not let her be queen at the end, which is like, I don't know. Seems like an unwritten promise that you'll have your princess be a princess at least. But, you know, I mean, I could see why someone would like this. I think, like, a little girl would probably like it. Like, maybe under 10. I'm not under 10. This movie wasn't probably made for me. I think it was probably made for teenagers. But, I mean, then it's like, okay, it's made for teenagers, and your opening number is Rhythm Nation? Okay. I don't know. Like, who's this made for? Because the music they picked out seems like it was picked out by a 55-year-old. But it feels like it's also supposed to be aimed towards young people. So it's like they don't even know what they're doing. It's like these old people are always trying to like figure out what the kids are into. And it's like, it's not hard. You just have fun with it. You make it silly. I liked kind of that like the whole town was singing. Like there's just singing. And I don't think I liked the little jokes that like the fairy godmother was like, don't you want to go to the ball? And then Cinderella responds with being like, yeah, I was just singing and crying about it. It's like, I almost like that, but I also kind of don't. And I did like the joke that the James Corden mouse made when he was a human about peeing through his front tail. I'm not proud of liking it, but I do like it. Mostly because they did a penis joke in like a kid's Cinderella movie. And I don't know. It was like shocking enough that I thought it was funny. Anyway, yeah, didn't like the movie. Really don't like they didn't get married to the end. Like, how lame is that? Why would you do that? And then, like, I didn't recognize, like, any of these songs as anything from, like, the past 10 years. Like, I guess you don't want to date it. But, I mean, maybe have a variety of songs, especially if you're trying to aim for a 17-year-old audience. Like, I don't think my 16-year-old sister would know what any of these songs were. My 50-something-year-old father would. But not my little sister. And of my 50-something-year-old father and my 16-year-old sister, I know my sister's a demographic, and she won't have any interest in that. I don't know. It was just a swing and a miss for me. I kind of wish I had liked it. I wish that I had been proven wrong, because I think that would be funnier than me being proved right. But I guess it is what it is. So yeah, thank you for copyright claiming the last video that I mentioned Cinderella in to Sony and Amazon. I appreciate that. Your movie sucked. Don't do this again. You're just gonna embarrass yourself. Yeah, thank you, and good night. That was awful. I hated that. I hated when the butterfly came in. I just can't get over the fact that this movie is for kids probably ages 8 to 16, and you're using music from their parents were little or from before their parents were even born. What little kid wants to hear a J-Lo song from 2010? What are you doing? Earth, Wind, and Fire? If I asked my sister, please name any Earth, Wind, and Fire song, she wouldn't be able to do it. She'd be like, what are you talking about? Aren't those airbender elements? And I would just be like, okay, yeah. And then I'd go fall off the roof. I think the most modern song they used in this was that JLo song. I don't know. Further research will need to be done. But yeah, I'm just flabbergasted. I want to show you the butterfly, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to me that I watched this. James Corden produced it, which is the only reason he got a role in it, so. He's Melissa McCarthy, just showing up where he's not wanted. Or Chris Pratt. Sorry, last one. Okay, yeah, I checked the music. There's an Ed Sheeran song they do, and then I think the lead girl, the 1 in a Million song, they have her sing like 4 separate times. I think the actress's song. But I also want to say, yeah, use Madonna in this and Queen. My mother likes Madonna. My mom was born in 1971. What are you doing? What 16-year-old is gonna rock out to Material Girl? I heard Idina Menzel start singing Material Girl, and I was like, oh man, I heard this a bunch when I was a little kid because my mom was obsessed with Madonna. Queen, how much in the budget did they spend so they can do Somebody to Love? I'm so curious what the budget for this movie was. I just don't know. I don't know the strange choices to use this music. Why not just write new songs? I think the guard he would come in and say what's happening, and I think that was original. And there was one that Idina Menzel did that has to have been original because it was literally about giving up on your dreams and just getting married. Although if there's an artist out there that actually just sings that out, oh, I would love it. But I don't know. I guess what was I looking for in this movie? I'm not even sure. What songs would have been good? I don't know. That's the producer's job to figure out. That's the director's job to figure out, not mine. But like, I guess enjoy your Earth, Wind, and Fire and Madonna. I mean, I'll talk to my dad and see if he wants to sue you guys for stealing his playlist. But you know, I guess have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Could have been a cute movie if it wasn't written by people in their 50s. But, you know. Say la vie. Oh my God. Look at the baby. Oh, that's my baby. It's my beautiful. Oh, that's my beautiful baby down there.
Hello. It is Monday. I haven't updated you since Thursday. I started Twice Bitten by Chloe Neal. It's the third in the Chicagoland Vampire series. No, I don't know why it's called Twice Bitten when it's the third. That, in my opinion, was probably not the best idea, but whatever. And this one, Merritt and Ethan are continuing their weird relationship. And what is the plot of this one? Oh yeah, the shifters are coming to town, and they're doing stuff. I probably won't update you again today because I'm going out. But yeah. That is my update for Monday. Oh no. Hello, it is Tuesday. I sound a little croaky. Don't know why. I am fine. Don't worry. But yeah, it's Tuesday. Sorry I didn't update you more yesterday, but again, I went out. I'm still reading Twice Bitten by Chloe Neal. It's kind of like a whiplash. Like all of a sudden Morgan's bad, Ethan's good, but otherwise it's entertaining. Haven't gotten much with the shifters. Hold on, Sailor's coming up. Hi, baby. I think she's doing a little bit better, but I'm being cautious because I don't want her to attack Humdrum again. With rats, it's pretty rare that you can't bond them, and it's pretty rare that a bond falls out. Like, I know with other social animals, such as guinea pigs and rabbits, it's way more common that, you know, the bond just breaks for some reason. With rabbits, I think you can get them back together, but I've heard guinea pigs are way more difficult. But yeah. She's over here. Are you scent marking? Are you going to prove me wrong immediately? Nah, she just gave me kisses. But yeah, I will keep you updated on the book. Yeah, we went out yesterday, did some Halloween shopping. Nothing's really out here. And didn't really come home with anything. Nice, Sailor. So, that's what yesterday was and why I didn't update you. By the time I got home, it had been so hot outside that I just wanted to chill. Anyway, I finished Twice Bitten. Sorry guys, I made noise. I finished Twice Bitten. Honestly, I spent a lot of the book just like, what am I gonna say about this? Like, people are watching this vlog expecting me to say things about the books I read. At least I assume. Maybe you're just watching for the rats. I'd get it. But I don't actually have a lot to say about it. It's fine. It's like not a breakout urban fantasy. It's not even a breakout urban fantasy for this series. It's just fine. It's fine. Yeah. I like the series still, although this one's a weaker entry because it delves more into Ethan's intimacy problems, which it's just fine. A lot of it feels like, okay, well, I can't have them get together yet, because if I have them get together, then what will I do with the rest of this book? Well, relationships don't end when you get together. There's details and stuff. But this is one of those series where all the personal issues are just like, we're fighting, and this is the reason why we're fighting this week, and next week we'll be fighting for a different reason. So, I'm still going to continue it, but this is probably only going to get 3 stars. Can you see this? This is Sailor's work. She's looking at me now. She plugged the hole with dirt, so when she needs out, guess who has to dig her free? That would be me. That would be Mama, who has to do all the work. She's lucky I love her. She's still displaying some aggressive behavior. It can take up to a month for her hormones to calm down. But I'm not giving up on her. I will make sure she is a happy, happy girl. But anyway, I started Sunshine by Robin McKinley today. If you guys watched the favorite books video, that's one that I had on my favorites list. I haven't read it in years though, so I was a little hesitant to put it on the list because I was like, oh, what if it aged like milk left out in the Arizona sun? I'm almost an hour in at this point, and I'm still enjoying it actually. I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, there's plenty of time for it to go horribly awry, but as of right now, I'm enjoying it, and that makes me happy. I think the character, I think her name is Ray. I don't know if it's said. They call her Sunshine, so I'm just gonna call her Sunshine. She, I think she might be Ace. She said something about just like really disliking sex. Well, not disliking, just like she's not interested in it basically. So she might be Ace, which is nice. But yeah, Sailor's currently digging in her dig box, making a mess. As always, do you see the tunnel? Yeah, where the dirt's being flicked, that's a tunnel. That's why you give them a dig box. They have so much fun in it. And the only other thing I'm going to need to update you on is I'm actually getting a couple of babies in a few days. Because Sailor's cage is over there. I have to keep them in Cappie's room. Just because we can't keep them out in the house because of the cats. But the older girls are all almost 2. 2 of them are over 2. 1 is going to be 2 in a week, I think in a week. And then the others are going to be 2 in December. So I have to get them friends because I could lose a lot of them in a short period of time. And it's like, not the funnest thing to think about or talk about, but it's something you have to think about when you have social animals such as rats. Luckily, rats seem to be some of the easier social animals to keep. They are more accepting than, say, guinea pigs or rabbits, who are extremely difficult to bond, is what I'm gathering. So, we'll be picking them up on Saturday. I'll be setting their cage up probably tomorrow. I have to get some things from Walmart because Sailor's taking up all my extra supplies. So I'll be setting that up, and I'll probably show that, but I won't show me picking them up just because it's from a rescue. I don't want to be rude and film in some nice lady's house. But yeah, I'll be doing that, and I'll show you guys them next week. I'm about halfway, or no, a third through Sunshine, and I'm still enjoying it. Look how alert she is. Look at her. Hi, Mercy. Hi, Riffy. I'm still enjoying it. I don't know if it'll still be a favorite at the end of this, but it probably will be. Hi, guys. Hi. Here's some good footage of Rados. I love you guys so much. But yeah, about a third through. Oh my god, look at you. How is she this precious? Oh my god, another yawn. I love you. Oh. Did you want attention too? I love you. I love you. I love all of you. Look at how precious little Rick in the background. Oh.
Him and Tracy just sitting on my knees eating treats. Getting crumbs everywhere. Try to post on your Instagram and make them famous.
I can try if you want.
I have to actually.
Hello, midweek check-in. Kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit. I didn't do any clips on Monday, but I hear you did a bunch of them on Monday.
I don't know what you're talking about. I had a pleasant Monday night in which I didn't purposely watch something that I hated and guess the exact ending shot, like some kind of soothsayer.
Yeah, like I said earlier in the vlog, on Monday we went out with our friend. It was hot.
It was, yeah, we're in Arizona.
Yeah, we went to Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, and they were sold out of the one thing I wanted, which is pretty great.
They were sold out of a lot of stuff. Like Spirit Halloween's the same every year, but I always look forward to going for some reason.
Because this year they had Haunted Mansion stuff and they sold out immediately. But they open here closer on the 15th, and you bet I'm going to call.
And then our friend got like a cup and
Mints.
yeah, mints, and was it a sticker or a magnet?
I think she got a decal for her car.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, she didn't eat the mints.
They looked bad.
They smelled, no, they looked good. They smelled bad.
Oh, okay. But like,
They smelled like medicine.
Our friend has a lot of little stickers on her car that are all just baking off in the Arizona sun. One disintegrated.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It like melted into her car window.
I like it. That the axolotl is staying strong because that's an actual decal.
Yeah. So, and obviously we have the babies out.
Nice, my children. Oh, did you say the news? Do you want to say your news, or do you want to cut this
I
out?
did tell them the news. The babies. I told them I wasn't gonna film getting them, but I'd film when I had them.
What are their names? Do you know yet?
I do know.
Did you say it?
I haven't said it yet.
Do you want to keep it?
Should I?
If you want.
I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna make you guys wait.
Okay. Well, when we stop recording, tell me again because I forgot.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Oh, that's my sweet baby. That's my sweet child. Look at her paws. Yes, she's perfect. She's perfect, except that she knocked a towel over twice.
And
So are other things.
yeah.
Just my Matt Watson voice. I don't know why. Go listen to Ouch streaming now. I wish that he'd find out I was shilling for him, and then he would text me and be like, "Hey, come be on Super Mega," and I'd be like, "Hell yeah." Is she? Come be on Super Mega.
My bridge broke, and I'm very distraught about it.
Yeah. That's her butt. I don't have any updates. I feel like a loser. I literally haven't read anything this week because I've just been doing stuff.
I'm in the middle of Sunshine.
Are you liking it?
I am, actually. I think this was published like early 2000s, I believe. The audiobook's from 2008, but I think the book's older. But I think Ray might be asexual because she was talking about the first time she had sex and how afterwards she's just like, I'm cool if I never do that again.
Yeah.
So like, I think she might be asexual, so that's cool. It is a little bit slower than I can remember it being slow, but not this slow. But otherwise, I am still enjoying it. I still like a lot of the stuff that's happening. I don't know if it will stay in like my favorites, but I am not disappointed or sad that I'm reading it.
You're not getting rid of it.
I'm not getting rid of it.
Yeah, I'm still on Burn. Is it Brightburn? Burn Bright?
Burn Bright?
I'm on that
Bright.
one. I'm on the 5th in the Alpha and Omega series, enjoying it. Except for the weird Mercy thing they did at the beginning. I was so excited to hear about Mercy. And I went and looked at reviews and someone was like, why would you put this weird inconsistency?
Oh yeah, I imagine everyone hates that.
I was so confused. Did she ever talk about it? Why she put that in there?
I don't know. I never looked up to see if she did an interview about it.
I know that sometimes authors have weird days where they like just aren't paying attention,
Yeah, right.
and you have like weird lines that need to be edited out. So maybe she was just having an off day and her editor wasn't like, hey, Patty, what are you doing?
My biggest issue with the Mercy Thompson series, which is something that is pretty much inescapable in urban fantasy in general, is that Mercy has a weird number of people in love with her.
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing with Mercy, with Rachel, with Rachel Morgan, the Hollow series, and with Chicagoland Vampires. It's just like, I don't know what goes on in your days, guys, that every single guy you run across is, like, madly in love with you, or in Rachel's case, every single person.
It's a reverse harem.
Oh, God.
No, it's not.
But I don't like that. It's just, like, it's unrealistic. I don't mind when there's, like, 2, max 3 people that are, like, attracted.
Mm-hmm.
But once you breach the...
It's every man. But just the men.
Yeah, once you do that, it's just like, she's not actually all that great.
How old is Mercy?
30.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
In the first book, I believe she's 30.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's, by this point in the series, is probably like 34.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was curious, because I know Anna's like 26.
Yeah.
I can't get a sense of how much time is passing in Alpha and Omega.
It's easier when, like, obviously for you couldn't really do that because the library had such weird times, but, like, you get a better sense of how much time's going when you read them chronologically.
Mm-hmm.
But several years have passed between Hunting Ground and Fair Game.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The 2 and 3 years pass?
Years pass.
Why wouldn't she mention that?
Well, because what she didn't mention it in the book, but she told everyone that
Hello.
Fair Game is, so basically, first out.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so when Crywolf came out, she had just come out with, I think, Bone Crossed or Silverborn. I think Bone Crossed. So, and that's a prequel. So that happens at the same time Mooncall's happening. And then Hunting Ground is like a couple of weeks after Crywolf. And
no, it's the next day.
Okay.
It's the next day.
And then Fair Game is after River marked chronologically. So everything that's happened between Hunting Ground and Crywolf is Bloodbound, Iron Kissed, Bone Crossed, Silverborn, and River marked.
Okay.
So it is several years later. It's like 2 years later, I think.
Wow, okay. No sense of that whatsoever in the books. Like, I would have thought it had been months for the whole thing.
Yeah, no. And when the book came out, she explained that. She said very clearly that it had caught up with the Mercy timeline.
I just wish that there was something maybe in the text that said that, because as someone coming in, like, with nothing, with no knowledge, if you had told me how much time do you think passed between book 1 and book 5, I would have said maybe 8 months.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so used to it that it's, like, hard for me to remember if anything was there. Because you listen on, like, 2-point-something speed, right?
Yeah, well, I'm on 2 now because I'm back to the library. Okay. So only 2. It's a lot clearer with only 2. I would do 2.8 at Audible. Yeah. Sponsor me. I'll shill for anybody. Especially you, Audible.
But yeah, I think it was 2 years. It might have been a little bit more.
Okay. Well, that's not bad. I just was curious because, like, she's just like, in all the time we've been married. It's like, girl, you just met.
Yeah, no. But, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, all the time you've been married 2 years still isn't that much. No. My parents have been married 35 years.
My parents never met.
35 years? 36? I don't know.
Do you not know the year your parents were married?
No.
I know the year my parents were married because I was there.
You have to keep in mind that with my dad, every single time he hits, like, a milestone, he just advances a year. So, like, when he just turned 60, I'm willing to bet you anything that in a month he's going to be calling himself 61.
My dad has been like that since he was in his 30s. He's just like, I'm almost 50. And my mom's like, Tommy, you're 32. He's like, I'm almost 50. And then when I started doing stuff like that, as earnestly as my father did, my mom would just glare at my dad and be like, look what you've done. Because I was like 22, just like, oh God, I'm almost 30. And my mom just looks at my dad like, this is your child. This is your dumb kid. And it's like, you know what? I'm sorry, Mom, that you get to feel perpetually like a teenager, but I've been an old woman since I was 13. That's not my fault. That's your fault, if anything.
Yeah, there's a reason she's wearing a Golden Girls t-shirt.
Oh my God, and your matching socks.
And I have Golden Girls socks
Yeah, do you see this hole in Blanche? Wicket,
oh, no.
Wicket bit that hole.
Oh.
I wasn't paying attention. I was tending to Wookiee, and she chewed this hole in it. It's like, it's just a Walmart shirt. I knew it wasn't going to last, but, you know, It's rude anyway because they ate my M&M shirt.
They did.
I'm not over it.
Yeah, I have to get new pants. All my pants have holes in it, but I actually don't think it was the rats that did it this time.
It was just life.
Well, Dax put a hole in my Scooby-Doo pants.
No, don't throw those away.
I'm not going to throw them away.
Those are so 90s.
It's not a very big hole, but she did put a hole in them. And
I hate that cat.
I was very upset.
Vote for which pet we should get rid of. Put in the comments. What pet should we get rid of? No, just, oh. This is Wicket holding Wookie down and power grooming her. Now it's done out of love, even though it looks very hateful. I want you to know that Wookie likes this. I guess it's a rat thing. Or at least that's what Sarah says every time I ask her if Wicket is trying to kill Wookie. She's like, it's fine. It's what the alpha does. And this bald little girl is the alpha. Wicket, ma'am? Wicket, have you considered having mercy on your sister? I don't think she has. Oh God. I'm in danger. Wicket, oh.
It is Thursday. My rats are munching on the desk. I'm doing stuff in their cage. And, still reading Sunshine. I am still enjoying it quite a bit. It's kind of strange because it feels like it's set up to be a series, but as far as I know, I don't think it ever got a second book for sure, but I also don't think she ever really intended one. I don't know how popular it was, admittedly. Is like, it came out before the Twilight boom or around the Twilight boom, so like after Twilight, I think it got like, it's not YA, but it got stuck in the YA section, which was a mistake in my opinion. But sorry, Sailor's eating and she's cute. But yeah, so it feels like it's the setup of a series that just never came to be, which I find interesting. I probably won't finish it today. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But I'll update you later on and if I have any new thoughts. Okay, y'all. Okay. There's a line in this book. There's no, like, way to make this not sound dumb. But basically, vampires, or at least male vampires, are incapable of assaulting women because they need to be invited in. I know it sounds stupid, but there's a line in this book that's just like, it's every 13 and 14-year-old girl's favorite story because it's a story where they have power. And it's just like, oh my god, that's so dark. That's so freaking dark. Oh my god.
Wicket is gathering things to hide on top of her food so I don't see it and steal it. Wicket, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you an honest question? How many times have I stolen your food? About 20 minutes ago, you watched me scoop new food and add it to your bowl. Now, why do you think you need to protect it? The things she's put on top of the bowl so I don't see it. Several little towels and toys. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think I'm going to do to your food? Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Anyway, I have finished Sunshine. I'd probably give it 3 stars. Like, the middle's pretty slow. I don't know if it's still a favorite, but it is the first adult urban fantasy that I read. As a child, I mean. And I don't know, it still has a special place in my heart, but I don't know if it's still a favorite. The middle is very slow, which is the biggest problem. And I also find it extremely strange that it's just a one-off book. feels like set up to a long series. It feels like it should be like 8 books long, but it is 1 book, and there's some things in it that are just very unsatisfying. Like, her family doesn't really know anything about her magic. She like has a whole side of the family she doesn't talk to that are all sorcerers, I think is what they called them. And then Con, her relationship with him, he's the vampire. Did I ever say what Sunshine was about? Okay, Sunshine is about a girl named Ray who gets kidnapped by vampires, and it turns out she has some magical abilities, and her element is sunshine, or sunlight, so it fuels her magical abilities, and she gets tangled up with this vampire, and, you know, they form a bond, basically. So anyway, Con, the vampire, he feels underdeveloped, and he's barely in it, honestly. It's kind of strange. I remember him so much from when I was a kid, but he's barely in it. And, like, she has a boyfriend that she's not really in love with, but she likes. At least that's how it feels. And, like, she feels more attracted to Con. It's strange. Like, this book needed to be at least a trilogy, in my opinion, because there's too much that's underdeveloped. And having it underdeveloped means it's very hard to form real opinions on, because it feels like, okay, well, later that will fix itself, but it doesn't, because it's just the 1 book. So, yeah, I'll be giving it 3 stars. Still enjoyed it, as I said. I have also gotten myself into a bit of a pickle, because I have 5 days to finish Gideon in the Ninth, and 7 days to finish Frostburned. So I guess I'll be going into Gideon the Ninth now. I'll update you at some point on it. When I finish it, I'll update you. That might be in the next vlog. But tomorrow I have to do the rat cages, and normally I listen to music, but I'm going to have to listen to audiobooks, because if I don't, I'm going to lose Gideon the Ninth or Frostburned. So yeah. Wish me luck.
Okay, what is your shame?
I can't do it with the James Bond. I made it like, oh god, an hour and a half into the 5-hour audiobook.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
hate it. It's so boring. And like, I knew it was gonna be sexist and racist, but like, it's so frequent and so casual. I'm not even able to go like, haha. It's just like, oh no, this is just how people felt. And it's just like, I hate it. I hate it, and I can't keep doing it. Dan Stevens is narrating, and that's not good enough. I have to be done with it. I have to stop.
I think that's good for everyone, honestly.
I shouldn't have ever said anything that I was going to do it. I shouldn't have said it until I was done with the first one or something. But it was 3 a.m, and I was tired. But, yeah, I didn't do a ton of reading this week. I think I did get, Burn Bright?
Honestly,
Right,
at this point, I don't even know. I can't
I don't know
remember.
either. I got the 5th Alpha and Omega read. I'm on to the last one that's out, which is Wild Sign. I'm 5 minutes in. Great so far. Having a good time. And then I'm going to start the Mercy Thompson books next week. I'm trying to... There's a couple of stuff I haven't, like, thrown in between. I was going to read that, like, A Large Expanse of Sea.
Oh, okay.
Because it's actually really short. It's only 6 hours.
Yeah, I remember seeing it at the store, and it's so tiny.
Yeah, and I got that one at the library, and I got the other one she did that's contemporary, of which I do not know the name.
Well, it just came out?
Did it just come out?
I think so.
It's got a very pretty cover. It's blue. A girl is silhouetted on it.
I think it...
Tahara Mafi.
Am I confusing that with something else? I thought that one just came out,
It
but
might have.
now I'm unsure.
It's recent. But yeah, that's what my plan is for next week, is I'm going to start doing the Mercy books, and then I'm hopefully going to get these 2. Tahara Mafi. Is that how you say her name? Tahara?
I believe so.
Because the audiobook reader said it differently. I don't know. I don't know how it's pronounced. I've never heard anyone say it.
I've heard...
Except for, like, Hannah from Clockwork Reader.
Yeah.
And she says Tahara.
I would probably go with Hannah, just because, like, audiobook readers aren't told beforehand.
They're not told how to say the author's name?
They're not told how to say anything beforehand.
Cool.
I've been reading books, and, like, halfway through, they finally figure out how to say something.
Oh.
Like, halfway through the series, I mean.
Every time in the Mortal Instruments ones where they say the wrong thing for Steely, I get frustrated. Like, they call it, like, several different things. I hate it. And there's so many different readers. But yeah, so I failed this week. Didn't read very much.
That's okay.
Yeah, didn't do much eventful. I kind of just existed. Oh, yeah, my computer's on my lap. Because I'm going to work.
And, next week, you'll be introduced
to Snoopy.
They're in there. They're tiny. They're cute. They're perfect.
Yeah, you should get them out.
In a couple hours.
Sarah,
They are adjusting.
do you have any idea how many donuts I'm going to eat as revenge if you don't take them out?
Go ahead and eat them. We don't want them to go bad.
I'll eat them all.
That's fine. I don't want any more.
I'll eat them all.
All right. We'll see you next vlog.
I want them.
I'll hand you one as soon as I'm ready and they're ready.
Okay.
We'll see you next vlog.
Yeah. Bon voyage.
Goodbye.